Acura has taken its time getting into the EV business. The 2024 ZDX is the brand's first all-electric vehicle, and as one expects from a late entrant, it has learned from the mistakes of others. The ZDX is a high-tech powerhouse, a 5-seat electric SUV that barely puts a tire wrong. Still, anyone who has driven Acuras before is going to find driving the ZDX, or letting the ZDX drive, to be a very different experience. Can an Acura be great if it's not exactly an Acura? The ZDX is a product of the now-dissolved joint venture between Honda, Acura's parent, and General Motors, and while its sheet metal differs greatly from its Honda and GM counterparts, its proportions show a clear Ultium family resemblance to the Honda Prologue, Chevrolet's Suvity-winning Blazer, and, to a lesser extent, Cadillac's Lyriq. The styling is definitely all Acura, with cues borrowed liberally from the precision EV concept. What strikes you in person is how darn big the ZDX is. The massive 22-inch wheels on the top-of-the-line Type S model pictured here mask its dimensions, which are similar to the MDX's in length and width but with an 8.0-inch longer wheelbase and 2.7-inch lower roof height. Overall, we like what we see. The forward-jutting nose with its illuminated grille surround looks fantastic, as does the long, flat hood. But if you were hoping it might conceal a sizable frunk, well, apologies, Charles, the nose is stuffed with control gear. Out back, the way the hatch panel juts from the rear glass is a nifty Renault-esque touch, even if we're not sure what's up with the chrome strip on the greenhouse. Is it meant to recall the shape of the first-gen ZDX? Problem is, when the sun is low, it lights up the character line just after the chrome, giving it a curlicue shape, and making the ZDX look uncomfortably like a hearse. If the ZDX's Ultium relationship isn't clear from the outside, it's obvious on the inside, where, save for the Acura logos, the interior is pure General Motors, and that is a good thing. Sure, there are some cheap pebbly plastics around shin level, but most materials are pretty good. More important, the ZDX's cabin is better organized than those of other modern Acuras, with climate controls grouped neatly together, still with lots of buttons. Tradition dies hard, and a big, colorful center touchscreen. The instrument panel is an 11.0-inch screen that can display a moving map from either built-in Google or a phone connection, and there's a big, bright head-up display projected in the windshield. Credit GM for the pocket-type wireless charger, which keeps your phone from flying when the ZDX is driven quickly around curves. All of the above is standard in the ZDX, as are soft leather upholstery with contrasting stitching and a giant, opening panoramic sunroof. Our one major complaint is the drive mode selector. In full-on Acuras, it gets star placement in the center stack. In the ZDX, it's a rocker switch hidden away by the driver's left knee, next to the parking brake. We traveled to Santa Barbara, California, to try out the Type S, the most powerful version of the ZDX. Its two motors deliver 499 horsepower and 544 lb-ft of torque when sport mode is engaged. Power output is lower in other modes, though Acura won't tell us how much lower. Acceleration? Whoa mama, the ZDX pulls hard, best guess. 0 to 60 in the mid to high 4s, and doesn't trail off at high speed. Regenerative braking works nicely, too. There's a one-pedal mode with 2 settings plus a paddle on the steering wheel to add a little more braking. It's almost a shame the regenerative brake works so well. One of the Type S upgrades over the A-spec models is huge Brembo brake rotors. With Regen as good as this, you'll barely need M. Another Type S exclusive is an air suspension with adaptive dampers, which provides a near pillow-soft ride without completely isolating the driver from the bumps beneath the wheels. It also lowers the ride height 0.6 inch in sport mode and raises it 1 inch in snow mode. Body lean is well controlled, though we're surprised at how high the nose lifts on acceleration, something that reminds us of the distantly related GMC Hummer EV.